All right, guys, so what I'm going to teach you guys in this lesson is I'm going to show you, again, my crazy webinar tripwire funnel. So this is one of the auto webinar funnels. It's the same one that we talked about last week where I was saying that it's made over about 160K so far. And I also showed you guys the ad, the winning YouTube ad that went behind this to drive some of that traffic. But what I'm going to show you guys in this lesson here today is I'm going to be showing you the actual landing page, and then I'm going to show you the tripwire funnel because I actually make a lot of sales just from the little tripwire here at the front. And it's kind of like an unexpected thing, but a lot of people buy it, and then a lot of people end up buying the upsell. All right, so this is a great way to actually turn people into buyers like right off the bat instead of waiting for them to go through the whole webinar. And of course, you're selling a lower ticket product. But what I've personally found is all the people, or not all the people, but a lot of the people in my like higher ticket programs, they have typically purchased a lower ticket program from me before. So for those of you who maybe you only have one product or one program right now and you're thinking of creating a next level product, from personal experience, I found it extremely helpful. And it's so much easier, you guys, to sell someone a higher ticket product once they've already become a customer of yours and purchased a lower ticket product. That's just how it works, right? They're more comfortable pulling out their credit card. They've already seen the value that you can deliver. They like your stuff. If you're delivering, a great product and you're giving them like more than what they paid you for the first time, then they're going to say, hey, I want to check out this person's, premium content, right? So go ahead, if you guys are watching, go ahead, give me a hashtag live and drop down where you're watching from, and I'll give you a personal welcome, personal shout out. All right, so let's just go right into the webinar funnel. All right, you guys, so this is the front end landing page of my auto webinar funnel. And so I've actually tested the crap out of this headline here. And this one converts the absolute best. Even when I said, other stuff like, how it made like calling out specific dollar amounts, this one still won. So basically this landing page here converts at about like 74 to 76%, which is really, really good, right? And so that I've got some social proof down here, and I've got like a little testimonial here from one of the first guys who joined my program. And yeah, there's a picture of me right here. And so what happens here, again, this is the first page of the landing page. So whether it's warm traffic or completely cold traffic, this is kind of the first page that people are seeing. Once they've either seen my ad or one of my posts or one of my YouTube videos or something, inviting them to join the webinar. And so what they do right here is they just go, oh wait, something's actually not loading right here. I want to show you guys this because I think it adds some social proof right here. Is I always add a little Facebook likes social plugin right here beneath the button, because then you can see how many people like your Facebook page, and that just makes you seem like more legit, right? I mean, obviously, if you have like a page where you have less than maybe 100 people or something that like your page, then maybe don't include it. But if you have more than that, then it just adds to the credibility of people who have never seen you, never heard of you before. They kind of just want to make sure that you're not a scam, right? Sometimes. But what happens is once people opt into the webinar right here, then here's what happens. They are taken to this. Congrats, you're registered for the free training. So click here to proceed to the free training, so they can go straight to the webinar room if they want to right there. And this is an on-demand webinar right now, at least. I've tested a bunch of things. Right now it's on demand. But then what I do here is I have this little tripwire product. So I've got like a $37 little bots course, like a smaller bots course that basically teaches them about this specific case study where one of my chatbots produced $12,000 something right here in 1 week. So what I did here is I created like a short little VSL. Basically, it's just a short VSL. It's about 5 minutes, and it has some testimonials at the end. And this just gets people really excited because what they're already opting into is they want to make money with bots, right? They start a multi-six-figure chatbot business working from home, right? So we already know that they're interested in that. So psychologically, we're kind of just taking over that concept and sticking with that theme over to offer them a smaller product, $37 product, that's going to teach them how to make money with chatbots. And also, if there's any way that you guys can, like get people that instant gratification, get them like a quick win, that is really what people want, right? Of course, a lot of times, bigger courses take longer to, get results with. But if you can create some sort of a small training or a small front end product that just get people like a quick win, not that this is promising that they'll make this exact amount of money too, but if they can kind of see that it's possible that you can, make a substantial amount of money really quickly, then that'll just get them excited. That'll actually get them to take the action that they need to actually get results, right? So that's what I did here. This page converts pretty well. About 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 people who register for this webinar, they will actually buy this, buy the $37 product, okay? And so I've got a bunch of testimonials down here, and it kind of like walks them through exactly everything that they're gonna get when they sign up. And then people just will click the button, or they can say, no thanks, I don't want my own highly profitable chatbot today, just take me to the free training. And then that puts them over to the webinar as well. Is this making sense, you guys? Go ahead, let me know down in the comments, and I will give you a personal shout out. All right, so that's kind of what happens there. Again, about every 1 in 5 or 6 people will actually purchase this program, which is pretty good. That basically about makes the ads to this free, just right on the front end. So what happens here, again, if people just want to go straight to the webinar, they're like, nope, I'm not really interested in that, I just want the free training, that's cool, they can click right there and go there. But what happens is when they buy this $37 product, then I've actually got a really good upsell, and this actually converts at about I think 50 or 60%. So like basically half of the people who buy this $37 product, they will also buy this $97 upsell. It's like it converts really well. And the reason is because what this upsell is, so right here we've got to remember the psychology, right, and the customer journey. What people are opting in to buy right here is they're getting a course that shows them this specific chatbot that made $12,489 in sales. So it's a very specific case study, and they're already raising their hand. They're saying, yes, I want to learn how to do that specific thing for $37. All right, so they're raising their hand. They said yes. They put in their credit card info, and then next step is wait. We've got this special one-time offer. What if you could actually just get the exact clone of that exact same chatbot instantly imported into your account with 1 click, right? So it's pretty, it ties in very, very well with exactly what they said they already want to learn, right? But instead of having them learn how to do it themselves, which is what this training teaches them, instead we just give them the exact chatbot that imports into their account with 1 click, right? So it saves them all this time, all this guesswork. They don't even really theoretically, they don't have to even go through this training anymore, right? They can just get the template and it works. It gets set up automatically with just 1 click. And this one, again, it works super, super well. About 50 to 60% of people who purchase the $37 little product here, they'll also buy this OTO. And so that's just a really good example of how, and so that more than covers all the ad costs overall, right? That definitely, you're in profit already before the webinar even happens, which is really, really incredible. So that's what I wanted to walk through with you guys today. Just the importance of getting people kind of to make a smaller purchase beforehand, right? It's not 100% necessary. Of course, people will buy more expensive products from you. But if you can over deliver, just give them a really, really valuable smaller training for $47 or $97 or something like that. Then they're way more likely to come back to you voluntarily and say, hey, I loved your first thing. It totally blew me out of the water. How can I get more, right? So yeah, so for those of you guys who like this, what I do, basically a lot of you guys I know use ClickFunnels. If you don't use ClickFunnels, that's totally cool. You can do this with other tools, but here's kind of how the funnel setup looks like. Basically, I've got the sales page here, which is this one right here. And then we've got the Tripwire order form, that's what happens when they click this button. We just go over to the order form. And this is where they actually put in their credit card info. And then if you guys have ever done an OTO, a 1-click upsell, right, then what happens here is that page has to be linked to the end of this $37. It has to be put right after this, right? And it has to be the specific OTO page type in ClickFunnels. All right, so that enables people to not have to even put their credit card info in again. and they can still add this to their order and pay another $97, again, right, with just one click. So that's kind of how that works, you guys. So again, this is something that's been super valuable for me. I've done this for multiple different types of webinars, both live webinars and auto webinars, and I found that it works really great, and it also gets people more committed to show up to the actual webinar, right? Because if they've made a purchase that's related to your topic, then they're a lot more, then they're just committed. They were way more committed to learning and implementing, right? And so if you can give them this first easy little step, then they're already yeah, I've got something, I've got an easy win, and I'm in, right? Show me more, show me how I can get more, right? And then they're, again, more likely to show up on your webinar, and the more people who show up on your webinar will end up purchasing your program, right? Assuming the webinar is good. And if you guys want to see more, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. If you have specific questions too, I'll be happy to help you. I've done this a lot of different times for a lot of different webinars, and done a lot of different little tripwire funnels too, like this, that will basically make your ad spend back.